Junior, you remember Damien, right? The head of Porcelumex in Wife Peninsula. He sent someone to us with a banquet invitation.
A banquet invitation? Judging by the looks on your faces, I thought he had sent some sort of legal notice.
He wouldn't dare. If it weren't for all of us from Yunque Summit helping him take care of the Exaltists, he wouldn't be living the good life now. But as for the invitation, it does seem to have a connection with the corruption incident.
Here's the situation. Even though Top suppressed any media about the Exaltists causing chaos in Wife Peninsula, news had already spread citywide. The production of Porcelume is super important, and neither Tops nor Porcelumex can pretend that nothing happened. So, over the next 2 weeks, Tops will lead a security investigation in Wife Peninsula and urge a swift return to business as usual.
But what does the security investigation have to do with the banquet?
Think about it, Junior. With an investigation happening, many relevant people will have to come to Wife Peninsula. Porcelumex has to fulfill its duties as a host and entertain everyone. Although the security investigation doesn't involve Yunque Summit, that Damien kid is pretty cunning. He'll leverage all his connections and resources to get closer to us.
Senior Shuyuan told me that right after the corruption incident was over, Damien sent a generous gift, but Shifu turned it down. We were just discussing whether we should attend this banquet. Shifu doesn't want Yunque Summit to get too close to Porcelumex, and honestly, I have to agree. But since we're operating in Wife Peninsula, we still have to do our best to maintain a working relationship with Damien.
If you ask me, now is the perfect time to attend such a banquet.
Huh? Why's that?
Shifu and Senior Shuyuan returned to Yunque Summit a while ago and won't be back anytime soon. If the three of us attend the banquet, it'll show Damien some respect without drawing too much attention. Besides, he already knows Shifu isn't around, so it's not like she's deliberately avoiding him.
Wait a second. What about Senior Fufu?
Well, yesterday we happened to learn that she had failed her arithmetic course, so Shifu called her back overnight for remedial lessons. I'm afraid she won't be able to make the banquet this time.
I didn't expect the academic standards at Yunque Summit to be so strict. Getting back to the point, I think your reasoning earlier makes a lot of sense. We should go to the banquet.
I agree. Besides, I have a feeling that there'll be some pretty influential guests at the banquet. We might be able to gather some useful information.
All right, it's settled then. We'll do Porcelumex a favor and attend the banquet.
Belle and Senior Yinhu must have gone to Yamcha-sin. Better go meet them there.
Ah, the mystics from Yunquay Summit have arrived. As the host, having at least you two and Master Pan show up for this dinner banquet is truly an honor.
Judging from your tone, are you upset that our Shifu isn't here?
Not at all. You're all disciples that Ishwan Shifu trusts deeply. Even from afar in Yunquay Summit, she entrusted you to attend on her behalf. This in itself is a gesture I can appreciate. Please, make yourselves at home tonight and enjoy the banquet. If there's anything you'd like to eat that's not being served, just let me know directly.
You seem to be in a pretty good mood, Mr. Damien. With so many people here for the security investigation, I thought you'd be swamped with work.
It's rare to hear you speak so pointedly, Master Wise. With the Exaltus appearing in Waifei Peninsula and Porsalumex being held responsible for security, I'm probably coming off as too relaxed. To be honest with you both, although my official title is General Manager of Porsalumex and Waifei Peninsula, my main responsibility is actually overseeing production. Hollow Security was originally managed by someone else who was appointed by corporate executives. Though, of course, they have since been relieved of that responsibility.
I see now. No wonder you were so willing to provide us with clues earlier. It wasn't your head on the chopping block. It seems like it won't be long before you have full control over security, too.
Come now. No need to be cheeky. Things have been rather difficult for me. I'm lucky just to be holding on to my current role, especially with how nerve-wracking it's been getting everything ready for the security investigation. But after seeing the guest list with my own eyes earlier, I finally felt a bit of relief.
Oh? Why's that?
Ha! Why don't you have a look for yourselves? There are quite a few guests at tonight's banquet, but in reality, they all fall into just a few categories. All these elegantly dressed guests are senior officials from TOPS. The fact that everyone who was invited has turned up is a clear indicator that the connection between TOPS and Porsalumex remains strong. Their presence allows us to demonstrate to the military and government that TOPS is fully committed to the safety of Waifei Peninsula. We also sent invitations to the relevant city government departments, but no one showed up, which suggests that the government doesn't want to get involved in the sensitive matters happening between TOPS and the military and Waifei Peninsula. They would prefer to steer clear and let us work things out on our own.
I heard that TOPS and the military often have conflicts regarding porcelain issues, but it seems the situation is even worse than I expected.
It is a serious matter, but not something we avoid discussing. The military is the biggest buyer of porcelain, and by controlling Waifei Peninsula, TOPS essentially controls their most critical resource. So, it would prove quite difficult if the military chooses to take this chance to cause trouble.
It seems that knowing the identities of the military guests here today is key to understanding the situation.
Correct. Do you see that lady over there? She's the military's representative.
But she's not wearing a Defense Force uniform. Isn't this supposed to be a formal event?
That's because Missy Zolda is not a military officer. She's a research consultant. Instead of sending high-ranking officers, they hired a civilian to attend, which sends a clear message. They don't intend to investigate this matter further. Of course, though production was limited after the corruption incident, Porcelumex didn't delay any orders from the military. So, it appears they have acknowledged our sincerity.
I see. There's no more pressure from TOPS' executives, the government, or the military. But who are the remaining guests? There are quite a few older individuals here too.
Those are members of the inspection team, leading experts in the ether industry. They'll be overseeing the security investigation while providing us with valuable insights. It took great effort to invite these academic giants.
Dear guests, may I have your attention for just a moment? It is my pleasure to welcome each and every one of you here today.
Looks like it's time for the real hosts to give their speech.
Dear guests, thank you for coming to Phi-Lum Heights to participate in the Wi-Fi Peninsula security investigation. I am Lucro, Co-Chief Executive Officer of the Porcelumex Group.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Ferox, also Co-Chief Executive Officer.
I've seen Lucro and Ferox on TV before. They run Porcelumex together. So are those two your direct superiors?
That's right. After the fall of the old capital, Porcelumex's management went through a major reshuffle. Those two were the ultimate victors, but now they're secretly competing against each other.
Is it okay for you to talk about your superiors like that?
I completely trust both of you, so I feel comfortable speaking openly. The previous head of security was one of Ferox's trusted subordinates, but now he's been dismissed. Both of the big bosses are eager to fill that position with their own people. The reason I was able to become the nominal head of Wi-Fi Peninsula was because I don't belong to either side, so I can't disrupt the balance of power in this competition. But the price of remaining neutral is that I've completely lost any chance of moving up. And if I were to take sides, it could come at a fatal cost, destroying everything I've worked so hard to build.
We will work closely with everyone here to reinforce our security measures and deliver a report to the public that we can be proud of.
Ladies and gentlemen, the security investigation will officially begin tomorrow. For now, please relax and enjoy the banquet.
Wow, the big shots have finally finished their speeches. Thank you both for accompanying me. It's the only reason my good mood's still intact. Enjoy the banquet. I've got to go face some heat from my superiors now. If you'll excuse me.
Wise. What should we do now that Damien's left?
I want to look around the banquet hall. After everything Damien said, I'm curious about the guests. He plays things close to the vest, so it's hard to know what to believe.
All right, I'll take a look around too. Catch you later.
Oh.
Wise, you're back. Find anything interesting?
From what I saw, the security investigation doesn't seem as serious as I imagined. The experts and TOPS representatives were even chatting and laughing together. What everyone cares about isn't the Exaltists, or even the safety of Wi-Fi Peninsula, but how to get the porcelain supply back on track.
Yeah, I had the same feeling. The security investigation seems more like a ritual for the city's upper circles to align their intentions, and just a way to reassure the public. Even if there are some safety risks with production inside the Hollow, as long as they're not too serious, I'm sure they'll just sweep them under the rug. But, come on, let's not worry about that now. It's not every day Porcelumex is picking up the tab. Let's enjoy the meal. Come on, let's enjoy a proper meal, Wise.
All right.
Wow, the ingredients
Enjoy.
say you're talking
My apologies, miss.
It's okay.
I'm terribly sorry.
Excuse me, you dropped something.
Oh, sorry about that.
Here.
Thank you both very much. Oh, you're with the safety inspection team. Wow, you look so young. And you're already an expert in the ether industry? Sorry, I must excuse myself. Did I say something wrong?
Young lady, seems you're completely at a loss.
If I'm not mistaken, you're the military research consultant.
That's right. My name's Isolde. That girl and I are both decorative props. Just here for show.
The time fields. Not only one of the oldest noble families in New Eridu, but also a renowned name in the field of science. The patent for the anti-corruption medicine widely used on the market today belongs to your grandfather. If this respected and prestigious surname appears on the investigation team roster, the citizens will surely feel more at ease.
You flatter me. It's just that my grandfather is seriously ill right now, so I really don't think he can handle this.
You misunderstand me. As I just said, all I need is this surname to appear on the list. Aren't you a time field as well?
But I'm just a student. I'm nothing like my grandfather.
Miss, I'm sure you've heard that the corruption outbreak in Wi-Fi Peninsula is closely tied to the failure of anti-corruption medicine. Porcelumex has every right to file a lawsuit against your family and hold you accountable. The reason? Your family concealed major risks involved in the purification process of the medicine.
That's complete nonsense. It was clearly the Exaltists who...
So what? The media doesn't care about the truth. They just want to see a once honorable family brought to ruin. Miss, the honor of the Timefield family now rests entirely on your shoulders. Think carefully, for your ailing grandfather's sake. I wouldn't want anything unfortunate to happen to the old man either.
Grandpa, did I make a mistake? What should I do? What's going on? What's that? Wise. You're up to...
The knocking on the door, it wasn't my imagination, right?
It wasn't just my imagination. Someone really was knocking. I'm pretty sure I heard Signorine who answer the door. Wise, let's go check it out too. There must be something urgent if someone's showing up at this hour. Master Pun, that glowing thing really appeared outside my window. I swear on the honor of the Timefield family.
Let's put the vows away for now, Missy. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's people swearing oaths on this and that. I believe what you said is true. Why else would you have come all the way here in the middle of the night, right? But I really couldn't follow all that about a boom and shadow crooked by 20 degrees. Sure, we at Yunquay Summit practice mystic arts, but ghost hunting and monster chasing aren't exactly our specialty.
To be precise, it was crooked by 22 degrees to the left. I remember that clearly. But I admit I was a bit abrupt earlier. My apologies. It's not that I've misunderstood the mystic arts. I've come because a friend told me that Mr. Wise and Ms. Bell are currently staying here, and she trusts them.
We're here, Senior Yinhu. What's going on?
Oh, perfect timing. You two are just who Miss Timefield is looking for.
What? You're Mr. Wise and Ms. Bell?
Hi. I'm Wise, and this is my sister Belle.
Hi! Didn't expect we'd meet again. All right, Wise, stop staring at me. I know I shouldn't have said that. I see. So, you spotted an unidentified glowing object outside your window and came here for help. But I didn't expect Lucy to be the one who sent you. To be honest, Ms. Montefiore and I both attended the Celestia School for Girls. Even after she broke ties with her father and left without a word, we've still always kept in touch. Actually, I had planned to ask Porcelumix's staff for help with this, but it's late, and I couldn't get in touch with anyone. I can't share all the details, but I'm afraid that by morning, something this strange will just be brushed off and not taken seriously.
After hearing rumors that Alice might only be on the inspection team because of her family name, I asked Fairy to look into the time fields. Turns out she's likely here in place of her grandfather, who's fallen ill. We're not sure what exactly happened, but Alice was probably threatened by them. In any case, Porcelumix clearly doesn't take her seriously. The way they're treating her so differently from the other guests is really going over the line.
Since Ms. Montefiore spoke so highly of you both, I'd like to ask for your help in investigating the unidentified object that appeared outside my window. As agreed, I'll be staying in Wi-Fi Peninsula for another 2 weeks. And if this issue isn't settled, it's going to be a real problem. Hey, Wise, what do you think?
Since she's a friend of Lucy's, we should help her out. Our last encounter was a bit awkward, but it was mostly on our end.
Do you charge per case? Or perhaps you work on a daily or hourly rate? If it's about the commission fee, please don't worry. My ether dynamics tutor used to charge for every 5 minutes in each lesson.
Oh, that's no problem. No problem at all. You came here for help, and you're even a friend of someone we know. Of course we'll lend a hand. Don't worry. Here at Yunque's Summit, we're not only skilled in the mystic arts, we're also good at tracking things down and getting to the bottom of mysteries.
Senior Yinhu, you just assumed we would take the job.
Hey, come on now. What do you mean speaking on your behalf, huh? Let me tell you, the Timefield family isn't just loaded, they're on a whole nother level. Whether Beeline and the others get paid leave, and whether Senior Fufu gets to eat meat next month, all depend on you two now.
Can you please stop putting more pressure on me, Senior?
Miss Timefield, why don't you stay with us tonight? Get a good night's rest, and after breakfast tomorrow, Junior Wise will go with you to investigate.
Are you both really willing to take this commission? Please don't feel obligated if you'd rather not get involved with the people Porcelumics have brought recently.
No need to worry, Miss Timefield. If you need help, we're more than willing to take the commission.
Thank you so much. I'll be staying here tonight then. Good morning, Mr. Wise. Sorry for causing trouble by showing up so late last night.
No problem. You came to us for help, and really, no need to be so formal. Just call me Wise.
All right. Then, please, feel free to call me Alice.
How did you sleep last night? Feeling rested?
Oh, I'm all right. Thanks for your concern. It's just, the scrolls hanging in the room were all tilted by 2 to 10 degrees, and when I was about to sleep after fixing them, I noticed that the 2 vases by the bed didn't match. Sorry, you have to see this side of me. This nitpicky habit of mine is a disgrace to my family's name.
Oh, no, it's not that bad. Soybean Temple just lives up to its name.
Thank you for understanding. By the way, about that thing I saw outside my window last night, if you don't mind, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
How about we take a look around the lower floor of your building first? Since it appeared outside your window, there might be leads outside.
Okay, sure. Good thing you suggested starting outside. Honestly, I'm a bit ashamed to admit it, but I don't dare step back into that room until we know exactly what I saw.
Alice, let's talk about last night. You said you heard a soft thump followed by a loud bang.
Yes, and it went pitch dark outside the window. I pulled back the curtains and saw large slanted shadows, and there was a glowing skeleton stuck between the shadows and the glass. Wise, have you figured out what happened last night? I have some theories after seeing the footprints, but I want to hear your thoughts first.
Let's start by piecing together what we know so far.
First, about that huge shadow. What do you think it was? And how did it end up outside my window?
It was probably from cargo hanging on the tower crane. Cargo was big enough to block the whole window, and the way it vanished without a trace makes sense if we assume it was moved away with the crane. You mentioned hearing a soft thump before the shadow appeared. One of the ropes holding the cargo probably snapped, causing the load to tilt and bump against your window.
Yes, that's what I figured too. Thinking back, the reason I was so certain that it was tilted exactly 22 degrees was because there was a shipping label on the crate. But let's just assume for a moment that it was. Then, what do you think made it fall to the ground?
It was knocked over by the cargo hanging from the tower crane.
But if something that large hit it, wouldn't all the pots have fallen to the ground?
It was probably knocked over by that skeleton that startled you. After the cargo hit your window, the crane lifted it back up, but that little creature couldn't hold on and fell off, landing right on the flower pot.
Right. There must be a reason the flower pot fell. If something as large as the cargo had hit it directly, the whole rack would have come crashing down. The fact that one pot was left on the balcony means it had to be something smaller. Looks like we have the same train of thought. That leaves us with just one remaining question. What was that glowing skeleton?
It's pretty clear. The culprit is whatever animal left those glowing little footprints. Since its paws were covered in phosphorescent paint, the skeleton pattern was probably painted on its body or clothes. There's no phosphorescent paint on the drain pipe, so it's likely the little creature hitched a ride on the cargo and was caught in the crane malfunction, which then caused it to slam into the window. Later, while trying to escape, it knocked over the flower pot. But the exact sequence of events isn't really the point. What matters is this. No matter how clever an animal is, it couldn't have dressed itself up like that.
Which means someone deliberately used it to pull a prank on me. That's going too far. Wise, since it left footprints while fleeing, there must be more tracks nearby. If we follow them, we might be able to find whoever or whatever's behind this. Look over here. The footprints go up the pillar to the overpass.
Let's follow them and check it out.
How could they? I can't believe someone actually used an animal to pull a prank.
The footprints stop here. Did it jump off? Let's go down and take a look.
Heart rate of the client increased to 120 BPM. Here is a proverb. A cornered rabbit will bite.
Fairy, you're not helping.
Huh? The footprints disappear here.
Uh-oh, the footprints are all jumbled here.
Where could it have gone? Huh? There it is! Don't let it get away!
Hey, stop! There! It ran into the jump!
So you were behind yesterday's pranks! The real culprit...
Monato?
What?
Huh?
Yuzuha, visitors.
Coming! What can I get for you? Huh? Oh well. Huh. Guess I got found out after all. Miss, based on what you just said, may I assume that you're the owner of this tanuki? His full name is Kamanosuke, but we call him Kama. Uh-huh. What I mean is, he's not just this tanuki. He has a name. And I'm not Kama's owner. We're just partners. Kama is free to do as he pleases. Excuse me for being presumptuous.
Wait a minute. We came here to confront them, yet somehow it feels like Alice just got completely shut down.
It's all right. Kama just said he doesn't mind. So, honored guests, what brings you to Mystic Wares? Looking for anything in particular? I'm Ukinami Yuzuha. Our family runs a well-known porcelain shop in Phylum Heights. We carry all kinds of goods, and any purchase of a second item comes with a 1% discount. All right. Thank you very much. No, wait! We're not here to shop! Miss Ukinami, we don't even know each other, and yet last night, you and your partner played a prank on me that caused me a lot of trouble. Huh? That's a bit of a shock. I thought you'd really appreciate Kama's way of returning the favor. Returning the favor? Sorry, I don't quite follow what you mean. How could you not understand? You were clearly the ones who started the prank in the first place. Porcelumex previously stated they'd thoroughly investigate the safety hazards and give the people of Wi-Fi Peninsula a proper explanation of the accident. Yet somehow they let an unqualified little girl sneak into a team of so-called experts. That's quite the prank if you ask me.
Yuzuha, saying something like that in front of others might be a bit...
Monato, I've been meaning to say this for a while. You having that face and always talking like a goody two-shoes? What a waste.
Excuse me, may I say something? Porcelumix brought in the inspection team just for show. Of course, people are going to feel outraged. It's just that, even with so many well-known experts on the investigation team, none dared to defy Porcelumix. So why place all the blame on Miss Timefield alone?
I see. You're saying I'm just picking the easy target? I remember now. I've seen you before. You were that disciple in training. Wise, from Swabian Temple. Didn't expect you'd be more witty than you look. Anyway, after hearing you out, I realized I didn't think the prank through. Sorry about that. It won't happen again. I really appreciate you saying that. But you don't look so thankful. Are you still so concerned about what happened last night? No, you've misunderstood. I indeed joined the supervisory investigation team. And though there are reasons I can't fully explain, as a descendant of the Timefield family, I won't forgive myself for my mistakes just because you apologized. I only hope you'll take back what you said about me being unqualified. The Timefield family has always upheld strict discipline. Both my grandfather and father were scholars in the ether industry, and I've received a systematic education in hollow and ether studies from an early age under their guidance. Monato, what's with this person? She seems just as weird as you.
How would I know? And for the record, I'm not weird at all.
So from the sound of it, you're pretty confident in your knowledge. Then do you know what this strange piece of porcelain is?
This looks more like a shard of some kind of device rather than porcelain. Also, was it just my imagination? Or did I suddenly sense an unpleasant aura coming from it? Something similar to the presence of a sacrifice.
Oh, that's a shard of a large obscura.
Obscura?
Yes, an obscura is a type of experimental reactor vessel made with high-purity porcelain as its outer shell. Due to the unique properties of porcelain, when etheric matter is placed inside obscura, it can slowly come into contact with the air. This allows researchers to observe how ether behaves once it leaves a hollow. Although an obscura is a rather expensive piece of lab equipment, there's nothing strange about it. This shard hasn't been coated with the outer layer yet. It was probably damaged during manufacturing.
Damaged during manufacturing? So there is something wrong with this thing.
See, Monato? I told you my instincts were spot on. Who would have thought we'd figure out what this thing is in such an unexpected way? What a stroke of luck!
What were you all talking about?
We suspect that someone at Porcelumex has been illegally producing high-value porcelain items inside the Hollow, items not listed in the official registry. Simply put, they publicly claim to be producing low-value products. Workers' wages and even the reported profits are all calculated based on that. But in reality, someone's pocketing the difference for themselves.
Exactly. The Obscura isn't a regular product of the Wi-Fi Peninsula factory, so its appearance here clearly points to shady dealings going on inside the Hollow.
Where did you find the shard?
We found it in a batch of materials delivered to our shop from Siloom Bay. The residents there collect discarded porcelain from the Hollow, and my father uses the scraps to make handicrafts. Let's go, Manito! We're heading to Siloom Bay! If we can trace this shard back to its source, we'll have enough evidence to expose the corruption inside Porcelumex and give them a real scandal to deal with.
Wait a moment. Are you sure it's okay to just say your whole plan out loud like that?
It's fine. You're a scaredy cat. No way you'd snitch to Porcelumex. Wait, you wouldn't, right?
Of course not! But not because I'm afraid. As a descendant of the Timefield family, I would never stoop to something so dishonorable. Wise, it seems you still have some questions for Miss Ukinami regarding the Obscura. Apologies, but given my current position, I'm afraid it wouldn't be appropriate for me to hear any further details. So please excuse me for now. Thank you for helping resolve the issue. I'll have the payment for the commission sent over promptly.
You didn't leave with that fancy girl. Do you have something to ask us?
Can I come with you to Siloom Bay for the investigation? I'm curious about the origin of that shard. Besides, I can help if you're heading into the Hollow.
No problem. You're more than welcome to join us. Wow, today's our lucky day! Not only did we find a lead, but we even had a proxy who's an expert at handling miasma just show up at our door!
Don't lay it on too thick, Yuzuha. You don't want to scare Wise away. Still, we have no reason to turn down the proxy's help. So, we'll be counting on you from now on.
Manito, if your tail wasn't wagging like an electric fan right now, I'd give you a perfect score for how mature you acted.
The elevator's still out of service, but I heard the repairs were already finished.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Though the repairs have been completed, some facilities and services, like the Wi-Fi cable car, have recently been suspended due to safety concerns.
Safety concerns? What exactly do you mean?
Sorry. I don't know much about the specifics since the Wi-Fi cable car is operated under Porcelumex. You can contact their service hotline. Customer support will be able to provide you with more detailed information.
Then, is there another way to get to Siloom Bay?
As far as I know, there aren't any other routes available at the moment.
What a shame. I heard Kowloon Bay is on the seaside, and the scenery at sunset is supposed to be stunning.
If it's a seaside view you're after, you could take the cable car to Lemnian Island. It offers a close view of the hollow, and since Porsalumix has staff stationed there, it's fairly safe.
Are you saying the edge of the hollow is somehow safer than a seaside residential area?
No. That's not what I meant.
I'm not trying to be difficult. Since I can't get to Kowloon Bay, I suppose I'll just wander around the area for a while.
Thank you so much for your understanding.
Looks like the elevator's still out of service.
Kowloon Bay is home to many who were left homeless after the fall of the old capital. Their living conditions aren't great, and they handle most of the hardest and most dangerous jobs in the hollow. If the inspection team were to catch wind of something sensitive from the locals there, it'd be a real headache for Porsalumix. So they went ahead and blocked the road entirely.
So we can't go to Kowloon Bay right now? Then what should we do?
Yeah, right. All those lies like there aren't any other routes only work on outsiders. Porsalumix can't fool us.
You can go around the mountain by taking the upper highway, and then head down from the other side. It'll just take a little longer.
It'll just take a little longer. Easy for you to say. We're not all made of pure muscle like you.
I guess I could probably carry both of you together.
Whoa, don't take it so literally. I was just complaining a little. But knowing how thorough that Damien from Porsalumix is, they might have even secured the mountain paths to keep people away from Kowloon Bay.
Good point. Yuzuha and I will go check things out first, Wise. Let's meet up later at the mountain highway.
I wonder how things are going with Monato and Yuzuha. Let's go check.
We just have to follow this railway track to get to Kowloon Bay. Watch out! There's security mechs patrolling up ahead.
We've got enemy.
Don't go too hard, Monato, or people will notice the damage.
All done. Let's go.
Hold on. Come with me for a sec.
Oh, it's you.
Alice, don't be afraid. It's us.
Wise! It's you! You frightened me.
You were the one sneaking around behind us. And yet you got so scared like that. So what are you doing here?
Ms. Ukinami? Mr. Komano? I'd like to help you with the Obscura investigation. I gave it some thought after heading back. If I'm part of the investigation team, but can't do anything, I wouldn't be able to ever forgive myself.
In case you forgot, you were brought in by Porcelumex. If they ever discovered you helped us, things could end badly for you. And if you always worry too much about living up to other people's standards, you'll only grow up to be a useless person someday.
You're worried Porcelumex might come after her, right? Still, you might have gone a little too far with your warning just now.
Nobody asked for your opinion.
Alice, are you really sure it's okay for you to join us?
Thank you, Wise. Don't worry about me. Mr. Blackwood may be strict, but from what I've heard, he at least honors his contracts. And since what we're investigating isn't related to a safety issue, even if word gets out, I'll have my ways to handle it. Also, while what Miss Ukinami said earlier was fair, at its core, doesn't it still count as just another form of trying to measure up to other people's standards? As a member of the Timefield family, I take full responsibility for my choices. So please, there's no need to worry.
Alrighty, but you heard our plan. After investigating Siloon Bay, we'll likely be heading into the Hollow. That's not exactly the kind of place for a noble lady to take a stroll.
That's even less of a concern. One can't become a proper Hollow scholar without field research, so I've undergone professional sword training and Hollow survival drills since childhood.
Alright then, I've got no objections. What about you, Minato?
Welcome aboard. A patrol mech is approaching. Careful.
Alright, let's see what you've got. Got this, Alice!
Okay, I'll take care of it.
You're a real chatterbox, but you handle yourself well in a fight.
I appreciate it.
If you're not sure how to respond to Yuzuha, just don't. She won't get mad. Wise, you can give it a try too.
Uh-oh, it's people from Porcelumex.
Shh, let's try to avoid them and take a detour.
Second assistant, you have successfully entered the Marcel maze.
Wise was always the one jumping around with Eos before. Eos's tiny legs can jump that high?
Master has expressed a similar assessment.
Nailed it! Classic Phaethon!
Great job, Belle. Let's keep going.
Keep it up, guys. Once we get past here, it'll be smooth sailing. Wait! Huh? Hero, how much longer until we get to Siloam Bay?
We're almost there. We cross 2 bridges, follow a short path, and we'll reach the elevator.
Yeah! Switch it up! Yeah! Surprise! Yeah! And then we're there?
And then we'll be a third of the way there.
Yeah, you see why I sometimes just want to punch him. Right, Wise? Your weakness has been exposed.
All done. Everyone, let's move.